Well, yes, you can see what I can see. Before we get into the whole thing, yes, we now know from James Gunn we're going to see a short teaser trailer of his Superman movie this Thursday. Very exciting. Can't wait to see what this movie finally is. But something tells me that we're not really going to get that many clues about this movie. And maybe we're going to be just as blind as we've been ever since this movie's been announced. We'll discuss that very, very shortly. And I want to discuss the fact that James posted this beautiful motion poster with the beautiful music from James Murphy. And we'll get into the music as well. And that tease of the Fortress of Solitude is at the front door. I don't know. First of all, let me tell you a little bit about me and this platform. Why is that important? I'll let you know. Because it's important to understand this. I don't edit my videos. I don't filter my videos. When I first come on, sometimes you can hear the little dip when I press record. It's very amateur. What this means is I'm just a big fan of scripted entertainment, right? That means I tell you what I think. I don't tell you what you want to hear. You have your opinion. It's very important that you guys have your opinions and I have mine, but we agree to disagree. But basically, you can see that I'm passionate about this, that I love Superman. When I saw this motion poster yesterday, I was very, very excited. Everything we saw yesterday is great marketing. I can't fault James Gunn, WB or DC Studios. A lot of people are excited. What did the Snyder fans do? They started hashtagging Henry Cavill Man of Steel. Because that's, I suppose, they know Henry's never coming back as Superman. They know that. They know they can never restore the Snyderverse. But it messes with DC Studios' trends. It's their big day. Because they're under the same subject, if you like. Superman. So it messes with things. As I say, it's their form of revenge. They can't stop this movie being released. You know, the Snyder fans can't do anything to this movie. If this movie is a great movie, it's going to make money. Anyway, let's talk about the poster. Now, this poster actually gives out Superman 78 vibes and Man of Steel vibes. So it's very, very interesting. What that tells me is kind of worrying in a way that we could get the greatest hits in a Superman movie, a bit of everything, All-Star Superman, Kingdom Come, which we know those vibes are going to be in that movie. I mean, the insignia is of Kingdom Come. Superman is apparently, some people believe it's going to be a reverse Kingdom Come. We'll have to wait and see. That does concern me if we're just ticking the boxes of Superman's greatest hits. I'd rather James Gunn do his own thing. And maybe he does in this movie. One of the things I loved about Superman and Lois, it was doing its own thing. It was being very different. Again, Smallville, it was being its own thing, being different, being unique. And people love those shows for being so different. Not for the sake of being different, but trying to, tell this character story in a different way. So the poster is absolutely beautiful. Now, this is not the motion poster version. That's when you can see him kind of moving. It's really cool. You can see the capes kind of leaving the colours behind it. As I say, really cool. But they played some of John Murphy's music. Now, we don't know if this music's actually going to be in the film. Now, it's a very somber, compelling, highly emotional piece of music. It's very slow. It's very ballad-like. Now, a lot of people are saying it's a slow rendition of John Williams' Superman theme. I'm not sure about that. Yes, it has the vibe. It plays the end bit of the tune, of the riff at the end of the part of this score they put on this motion poster. Very cool. I think most of this music is an original tune. And it's a very interesting way to go. If this is going to be in the movie, if this is going to be the vibe of this movie, kind of a somber, more emotional Superman movie. I kind of like that. I like that idea. One fan said to me, Mick, I'm surprised. I thought James Gunn was all about bright colours and gags and just having a feel-good movie. And I've said it before. James Gunn is about more than that. Now, I know his detractors don't think that, but it's true. Look at the darker moments in the Guardians trilogy. Guardians Volume 2 and 3 have many, many darker moments. And Peacemaker, as what all his stuff does. So he does have that nuance of being darker and having a little bit of depth where needed. So that music it's not an anthem, is it? It's not na 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 na. It's not that. It's very interesting. In a way, it's more Hans Zimmer-like, and people kind of reckon there's a little bit of that of Hans Zimmer's idea of hope in there as well. So I don't know. I can't hear that, but also I suppose the vibe is there. It's very, very slow. So it is, as I say, very, very, very Zimmer-like in a way, but it's very somber, compelling, and emotional. As I say, if this is the kind of vibe we're going for in this movie, I'm all for it. Now, of course, the press were able to see the teaser trailer that we'll see on Thursday. Now, as usual, what do we get? I'm only, people are saying, and DC accounts are saying, well, I'm only hearing good things from the press about this teaser. Of course you are. That's why they're there. So until Thursday, they can say it's amazing and it's brilliant, but it's already been spoiled. Spoiler alert, there's not much dialogue in this trailer, which is all right. That happens in trailers. And apparently there's a song playing through it, a bit of guitar music as well. That's very, very James Gunn. WB have been doing this radio music vibe for a long time. If you think to Snyder's trailers, mostly they have an orchestral score, a compelling, orchestral, a symphonic score kind of feel to them, which I prefer. I'm all for the synth. I'm not for the radio music and the songs, right? I prefer hearing the score in the trailer. It's exciting, isn't it, when you get a hint? It's like this motion poster having a little bit of John Murphy's music. So I loved everything about the teaser for the teaser trailer on Thursday. Because James Gunn's been very, very creative here in terms of marketing. Because instead of actually teasing the actual trailer, which I think is a bit cheap, because then you've seen a bit of it, you watch it again and again, and it spoils watching the actual trailer. What he's done here is given us the motion poster, a bit of music on it, and the tease of the Fortress of Solitude. That's what everyone's saying anyway, and I'm just going with what everyone else is saying. I didn't actually catch on to that at first, but yeah, the symbol looks very good. I think if it is the Fortress of Solitude doll, it looks better than we've seen on location. Something else that also looks better than what we saw on location is this costume. David Corenswet's Superman costume looks really fitted in this poster, and I really like it. It looks a lot better. The thing is, we don't get a clear picture of the costume, but it certainly looks a lot better. And the tagline is, look up. So as I say, everything in this marketing is brilliant. It's very exciting. I was excited yesterday. Unfortunately, I have a cheap camera, something else I forgot to mention at the beginning, which I can't make videos at night, because it's not just the camera, it's this bulb. It's an energy saver, so it's shite. These are the conditions that I'm working in. So I apologise. I did put up a post on YouTube yesterday, and I think on Instagram and on Twitter I certainly did, if not Instagram. But anyway, we're here talking about it now. So, yes, bring on Thursday. I'm very, very excited to see this trailer, to make my own mind up. And this is what you've all got to do. Don't orgasm. Watch it, analyse, look at what you've seen. And when you speak on the internet about this trailer, be honest. It's okay to be excited or to be angry if you're not happy with something you've seen. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. But when you're talking about stuff, even as a fan on social media, not necessarily as a content creator like myself, you've got to be honest. And just because you want something to be good, if you don't like something that you've seen, Be honest about it, because then we can have discussions. Because if we're not honest about stuff, we can't have an honest, genuine discussion. As you all know, Superman 78 is the first movie I remember seeing. It made Superman my character in fiction, my hero. So of course I'm excited. The build-up's been weird to me because I haven't been as excited, before, like now, if you like, as I was for Superman Returns and Man of Steel. But now the excitement is kind of hitting me. Because ultimately, I'm a Superman fan, and it's very exciting that we're getting a Superman movie. Something else that the vibes this poster puts out, that this is a movie about Superman. This poster has no Krypto, no Lois, no Lex. This is just a poster featuring Superman. That's very, very un-James Gunn, if you like. So what this poster is telling us, that this is Superman's movie. They did have a press release with the goodies they released yesterday, like the motion poster and the music from John Murphy and the Fortress of Solitude tease. And again, it's a very flimsy synopsis, because basically it's more of a description of Superman than rather of a description of the movie. They talk about epic action, fun, humour, heart, showing how Superman believes in the human race. You're basically talking about Superman as a character. And yes, they're telling us there's going to be fun, action and humour, but you're still not telling us the plot of this movie. That's what a synopsis means. Man of Steel by this stage told us what this film was going to be. Superman Returns by this stage told us what this film was going to be. But James Gunn refuses to tell us what this movie is going to be. And you know what? What's interesting, I think from the leaks of this teaser trailer, what I'm hearing, I don't think this teaser's really going to tell us what this film's actually going to be about. From the leaks I'm hearing, we see some faces, we have some dialogue, it's very quick, I think, from what I'm hearing. And again, it's not going to tell us. Of course, it's a teaser. It's not going to spoil the movie. So as I said yesterday, there's many specific reasons why James Gunn may not want us to know what this film's about, because it's a big secret and it's going to be a big surprise and it's going to shock us all. That's a good thing. Or maybe because he's still in the editing process, because you edit so many cuts of one movie, because you'll edit what you want, something called the director's cut. You'll show it to the studio, then they'll tell you, and you expect this, to cut that, so you go back. So you have a multitude of cuts until the studio are happy. And you as a writer, director and a co-CEO of DC Studios can agree with WB, with Adby, DeLuca, maybe even Zaslav. There's a lot of heads, there's too many people basically. That's how they do it. And so maybe James isn't exactly sure about the narrative, the total narrative of his movie via the editing, and that's why he doesn't really want to put a detailed synopsis. But yeah, that's the word I'm looking for, detailed. We haven't had a detailed synopsis. This latest press release isn't a detailed synopsis. So what I would say from this poster, this motion poster, John Murphy's music and the Fortress of Solitude tease, so far, so good. I can't fault it. I've been on the fence about this movie from the very beginning because I simply don't know what this movie is going to be. I have enjoyed James Gunn's comic book movies and Peacemaker, but I just don't know if he's the right man to make a Superman movie. From seeing this and the music we got yesterday and the Fortress tease, I'm starting to come around, but I'm still not totally convinced. Now Ryan Reynolds posted on social media he's excited for the trailer on Thursday. Now, me being cynical, is he, because, look, how do we know? We had rumours of Tom Cruise saying that he would, he'd seen The Flash, right? And he loved The Flash, apparently. That's the kind of movies you should be making today, right? it was BS because Tom Cruise was in negotiations to work with WB. He's now got a contract with WB. Right, we had Stephen King saying, oh wow, yeah, I'm not into comic book movies and superheroes, but I loved the Flash movie. Of course, he and Andres Muschietti worked together in the reboot of it. So again, very corrupt and suspicious. You can't trust any of this. Basically, keep your own counsel, everyone. Watch the teaser on Thursday and make your own minds up. Don't be influenced by anyone, including me. But as I said, so far, so good. I'm very hyped and very excited. The thing is with me, ultimately, I'm seeing all these reactions on YouTube and Instagram and X-Twitter and so on and so forth. And it's all very, oh my God, oh my God. It's all BS. It's all fake. I think what I've done today, again, is give my honest, genuine opinions. And it's a shame more people ain't coming down to do the same.